my dear participants and eminent people. In today's session, we'll be discuss National Education Policy 2020. This is a very broader area. In that area, I'll be going to talk about the role of teacher and major changes in higher education. So this is very much important as long as we want to continue as a teacher. Right now, we are in the traditional education system. As per the government, we need to move from the traditional education system to National Education Policy 2020 from the academic year 2021. So that we should be ready for any challenges in the coming years. So in that, who is playing key role means a teacher. A teacher is going to play the major role in the process of or in the implementation of National Education Policy 2020. So that this is the topic I have been selected. I want to share with eminent people. In today, I'll be going to talk about the following topics. One is the role of teacher. The second one is the regulatory system of higher education in India as per the NEP 2020. The third one is effective governance and leadership for higher education institutions. The next one is institutional restructuring and consolidation. And I'll be going to share certain sample structure of the degree, professional degree, as well as non-professional degree programs. And what is the structure in the school education, that is also I'll be going to share. And finally, I'll be conclude with certain things. So these are the topics we'll be going to discuss in today's session. The role of teacher in multidisciplinary education. The first one is diversity and local context in all curriculum, pedagogy, and policy. You see, a teacher is going to play the role in the curriculum design process for the UG or PG or research. When we are participating in the curriculum, what we need to do? We need to consider local context issues also. By considering the local context issues, what are the issues are there in India? What are the solutions are required for those issues? With respect to that, I want to design a curriculum. So that is very much important in the present scenario. And equity and inclusion. As a teacher, we must maintain the equality among the various categories of people. And also we must respect each and every individual opinion. So that is what we want to maintain. And community participation. As being a teacher, we must encourage students to participate in a community areas, means like a rural area or tribal area or any other areas. When we visit those areas, there we can find certain issues. For those issues, what we need to do, we need to try to develop a methodology and make it as an innovation that has to be provided to the society. That is what our role. So how do I find the solution for the respective problem? First, I must know what are the problems are there in the society. For the finding of the problems in the society, we must visit nearby places. So this is what we want to follow as per the new education policy 2020. And we must use the technology. Where I have to use the technology? I have to use the technology, teaching, learning, as well as assessment and evaluation. You see, now in this pandemic situation, the technology is playing the key role. If the technology is not there, then how do we run educational system? Just you imagine it, so that the technology is playing the key role, so that we must acquire the technology as a teacher. So where it is playing the key role, you see that one is the proctored online assessments. So you see that in the future or maybe present situation also, some of the institutions might be conducting online examinations. When they are conducting the online examinations, they may be installing one camera, you see that, and they have to be sit in front of the camera and they should write the exam and they have to submit the answer script. So this process is called the proctored online assessment. So where they are, from there they can write the examination. And also you see that AI-based attendance monitoring system. So we can monitor the attendance also with the help of the artificial intelligence. How can I monitor this? Suppose in a class, 60 students are there, 50 students are attending the class in the physical mode, and remaining 10 students are unable to attend the physical mode. If they want to listen the class from their home, in that case, what I can use? I can use the artificial intelligence concept. With the help of the artificial intelligence concept, whether they followed my session or not. So that is what we can observe with the help of the AI-based attendance monitoring system. And student performance also, you see that it is very easy. And also we need to provide the information to the student. What are the skills are required for the employment? If you have it, these are the skills you can hire. If you are not having all these kind of skills, then you could be difficult to hire. So like that, I should guide as a teacher. So this is what is it that we want to be. And we want to develop a tool. We want to develop a tool. So that tool we want to give it to the student. The student want to enter their data and they should able to predict whether am I eligible or not. So by that tool. So such information we want to provide to the student. The student can easily assess and evaluate himself and he can improve himself. Such a system we want to introduce in the educational institution as a teacher. Next one is conceptual understanding or problem solving skills rather than rote learning and learning. So then what we are doing right now, we are focusing on the exam orientation. So we are conducting mid examinations, end examinations, project work, and finally giving the marks. So that means for the degree purpose. So such a environment, we try to minimize it. We try to introduce conceptual understanding environment or problem solving environment in the classroom. So what is mean by this conceptual understanding means, see, if I'm teaching one topic, so immediately what should I do? I have to be define the topic and then what should I do? I have to try to identify the real world situations relevant to that topic. I have to be correlate. If I can correlate, then the student can easy to remember. So that is what very much important. You see, if I go some location, there if I find a problem, immediately what should I think, as a graduate, as a professional engineer, I should rethink what I studied in my graduation. Is there any solution for that problem? I should try to identify. If there is a solution, that solution I have to be applied for that problem. If the solution is not there, with my knowledge, I have to be develop a mechanism with a trial and error method for solving of that situation or that real world situation. Such a system we want to introduce in the classroom. Problem solving skills, you see, first you define the problem. Once you define the problem, then brainstorm solutions. You see that we want to invite the 3-4 students and conduct the brainstorming sessions for understanding of the problem. Once they can understand the problem and they have to be try to identify the possible solutions. Once they could able to identify the possible solutions, and then they should able to choose the right solution for that respective situation or that respective real world situation or that respective problem. And then once if I apply the solution for them, if I develop a solution, and that solution, whether it is right or wrong, or whether it is accurate or not, for that, what I need to do? I have to apply the testing operation. Once if I apply the testing operation, based on the testing operation, I can easy to evaluate my solution, whether it is 100% accuracy or 90 or 80%. If it is 80% accuracy, accurate solution, then what should I do? Review the results and then again rethink the problem and then again moderate the solution. So this is the concept is called problem solving concept. So this kind of process is very much important in the machine learning, IoT, artificial intelligence, and wherever it is, you see that in the future. So that we must encourage the students in this direction. The next point is unique capabilities. So you know that we are mentoring the students. What is the purpose of mentoring the students? For finding the unique capabilities of each and every student. Once if I identify the unique capabilities of each and every student with respect to their ability, I have to be guide to the student. I have to guide the student. So how can I guide without knowing their ability? So they may be having interest in the different domains. As per their interest, I should guide, I should continue. So that is what we want to do as a mentor. Mentor means not for the sake of to collect the data, to fill the card, and to submit for the NBA or NAC accreditation. The next one is flexibility. We want to give the chance to the students. Students may choose based on their talent and interests. So what we need to do? In a department, we want to offer n number of courses. In n number of courses, the student can go through all these courses which he like, that he can choose. That is what flexibility system. But as of now, we are partial flexible system introducing. What is that partial flexible system is? Elective courses are there. Even elective courses also ourselves deciding and informing to the students. That's not the right process. As per the national education policy, we must introduce flexible system. Flexible system is students may choose based on their talent and interest. So that what we need to do, add a teacher. As a teacher, we must learn, we must develop, we must prepare the material. That material we want to keep in the website. So based on that information, the student will go through our expertism and then he will choose who is the right person for his course. So such a system we want to introduce. This is the kind of system is available in the America. Ethics, human and constitutional values to be included in the teaching or while working for the project. Next, 21st century skills. This is very much important in the present scenario. The first one is the communication. The communication means not only the soft communication. We want to inculcate what you see that cognitive kind of skill set and emotional skill set and psychomotor skill set. So where the possibility there they have to be learn the communication. So by introducing the sports there they can learn the communication. Cooperation also they can easy to adapt it when they participate as a member in the sports activity. So we must encourage the sports activity or group activity or any other kind of activity. By activity, they can improve this communication. They can learn how to cooperate each other, even teamwork also, resilience, etc. to be included. So these are the skills are possible by encouraging group activity. High quality research. So what we need to do as a faculty, we must work for the high faculty. Now Government of India is decided to give funds for the research. There are crores of money is available, but were not able to submit a quality proposals. So when quality proposals are there, then the government is also ready to sanction. So high quality research and regulatory framework to ensure integrity, transparency, and resource efficiency through autonomy, good governance, and empowerment. You see, from the next academic year, you can see the transparency system. Whatever the information is claiming by the institution or a faculty or a teacher, they must upload in the website. So that system is called the transparency and availability of the information. So this is what in tomorrow you can see. Even for faculty recruitment in the government sector, if they want enter into the government sector, so that is the system I'm expecting from government. We must upload our profile in the website. On the basis of that, others can assess and evaluate and can take a decision, oh, is it good or not. The next point is we must encourage the critical thinking and creativity in the classroom. So for what purpose is it that? It is for logical decision making and innovation. So critical thinking and creativity means you see that you know that Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy is further divided into three categories. One is cognitive skills, emotional skills, and psychomotor skills. So the three skills are there. But now critical thinking comes under the category of the cognitive skills. Cognitive skills means you know that remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, creative. So we must focus on the higher order thinking skills than lower order thinking skills. Higher order thinking skills means application knowledge, analyzing skill set, and judgment skill set, and a creative skill set. So that what we need to do, we must encourage in this aspect. Creative thinking is a way of looking at problems or situations. So when I see the problem, I should not get a panic. I should try to find the solution. Now you see that in this pandemic situation, everyone thinking about a corona. Oh, what is going to happen tomorrow? If I do this, I may get this problem. If I do not do this, I should not get a problem. So these are the situations. These are the conflicts of issues are there in our mind. But that is also one situation. We should bear that situation. Oh, what is going to happen? So why should I worry? Why should I panic? I should try to identify the better mechanisms for preventing, for avoiding, for that. That is what the pleasant mindset is important for that situation. So to overcome that situation by giving the pleasant environment to your mind. So that is what creative way you see that. Okay, and a continuous assessment. So what we need to do, we need to conduct regularly formative assessment, any other assessment. That assessment will be helping for the enhancement of the skill set of the student. If I should not conduct any regular formative assessment, then how the student can find where he is weak? If he could able to find where he is weak, then he can think on that. There is a scope for the improvement. That is what for effective learning. So these are the things we need to focus as a teacher. As a teacher. The new education system, the new policy replaces the previous national policy on education 1986. You see, long back it was moderated in 1986. So now you see that nearly what about 34 years you see that. So that is what we are implementing. So that what we need to do, we want to move from the traditional education system to the competency-based education. That is what the new education policy, that means National Education Policy 2020. The policy aims to transform India's education system by 2040. And this National Education Policy has been approved by the Parliamentary Standing Committee on 7 November 2019. And the National Education Policy 2020, approved by the Union Cabinet of India on 29 July 2020. It was approved by Union Cabinet of India. And this policy replaces the previous policy, that is the name is National Policy on Education 1986. Earlier the name was National Policy on Education. Now this was changed National Education Policy 2020. And also you see that earlier our Ministry of HRD nomenclature was there. This is also renamed, MHRD renamed as a Ministry of Education, MOE. You see that from next academic year, you can see with this name only. What is the name? Ministry of Education, not MHRD. Earlier the nomenclature was Ministry of Human Resource Development, but now is Ministry of Education. Even you see that already in majority of the websites, majority of the documents, the name has been changed. What is the nomenclature right now? Ministry of Education. As a teacher, we must know the nomenclature of our ministry. So in the short form, MOE. The regulatory system of higher education system. So we all have a awareness about the AICTE, UGC, NAT, NBA, other boards also there. But you see, as per the NEP system, the total regulatory system has been changed. What kind of system they are going to adapt it, you can see in this slide, in the coming slides. Now the Higher Education Commission of India. So this is what one regulate council they are going to introduce. GEC, General Education Council, standard setting body, expected learning outcomes, graduate attributes. So these are the four bodies we'll be going to see from next academic year, and this will be possible by 2030. All the bodies will be perfectly running. Okay, so these are the bodies we'll see in the next generation. And regulatory system of higher education. What is the GEC? Let us see here is General Education Council. Under the General Education Council, these are the sub. Okay, you see that what are the sub things are there? ICAR. So that means you see that Indian Council for Agriculture Research. So graduate, you see that this is what single body. Under this, there are several things are there here. What about you see that one is ICAR, Indian Council for Agriculture Research, and the next one is the Veterinary Council of India. Next one is the National Council for Teacher Education. Next one is the Council of Architecture. Next one is the National Council for Vocational Education and Training, and third one is All India Council for Technical Education. As of now, All India Council of Technical Education is an autonomous body, but from next academic year, it is going to come under the GEC only. So this is what you see that the system going to introduce from the next academic year. And effective governance and leadership for education institutions. Independent Board of Governors. Graded accreditation that deem the institution ready for such a move, or Board of Governors shall be established. So every institution, they can establish their own BOG, but the BOG is responsible and accountable to the stakeholders through transparent self-disclosures of all relevant records. Whatever the records are there in that institution, from next academic year, a BOG member is also responsible and accountable. As of now, Board of Governors, they feel, they may be thinking in their mind, we are not responsible for any consequences. From the next academic year, as per the new education policy, if I want to participate as a member of the Board of Governors, so then I should think about the future or maybe consequences, you see that. So because of tomorrow RTI, they can mention with the name also, so that the BOEs must think, analyze, evaluate, and they take a decision whether I want to join as a member of BOG or not. Why means they are the responsible and accountable to the stakeholders through transparent self-disclosures of all records. Stakeholders means parents, students, any external party also. Next, graded autonomy academic and administrative and financial. You see that they may get the freedom in terms of academic, in terms of administration, in terms of financial also. Tracing out affiliation system in 15 years, you cannot find affiliated system after 15 years. This is what the government vision. We see how far it will be worked out. Independent board of governors. This is what you see that I have told you already. Independent board of governors. The single regulatory for higher education, excluding legal and medical colleges. So only one regulatory body introducing for what? For higher education system, but excluding legal means law and medical purpose. Next, online self-disclosure based transparent system for approvals in place of inspections. You see, what are the things are happening right now when we want to evaluate the college, then what we are doing? We are forming the committee. The committee will visit the campus and they will assess and they will evaluate. Finally, they will submit a report. That is what? Inspection. But in the future, you cannot find inspection kind of activities. Whenever the institution want to go for the renewal of process, their information, they must upload in the website with geotag, with all the pictures. So that system is called transparent system. So that when they can upload the entire information about a college in the website, all the stakeholders can see, can analyze, can take a decision. So that is a more advantage to the stakeholders. Next, common norms to be in place for private and public higher education institutions. So now from next academic year onwards, you can find the common norms, whether it is a for the private or government, whatever it is. National Research Foundation, this is one of the body. You see that this will be going to take care of funding agencies. You see what are the funding agencies are there? I think you are aware of this. Department of Science, Department of Atomic, Department of Biotechnology, Indian Council of Agriculture, Medical Research, Historical Research, University Grants Commission, as well as various private and philanthropic organizations will continue to independently. All these organizations will continue independently. Okay, fund research according to their priorities and needs also. But what is the role of the NRP? Means it is independently of the government. It will be take care of the coordination with other funding agencies and will work with the science, engineering, and other academics to ensure synergy of purpose and avoid duplication of efforts. You see, here number of funding agencies are there. If I have a one proposal, the same proposal I can submit to all these funding agencies. Where the duplication, identification, that kind of evaluation system is not available. From next academic year, who is going to take care of that process means National Research Foundation organization. So that this is coordinating among all the funding agencies. Institutional restructuring and consolidation. As of now, what we have, one is the private universities there, government universities there, state universities there, and central universities there, like IITs are there, NITs are there. I think they may be going to convert into the three different types of institutions only. What are the three different types of institutions? You can see these are the nomenclatures in the future. Research universities, teaching universities, autonomous universities. Actually, universities made for the research only, as for the old regulation also. But slowly it has been moved to the affiliated system. So that, but next they must follow research universities, teaching universities, autonomous degree. Research universities means equal focus on research, teaching, and community engagement. So the research universities must focus, primary job is research, teaching, and community. The teaching universities are primarily focused on the teaching with a significant focus on research. Autonomous degree means they can grant the degrees. That means they have to be focused on the undergraduate teaching. But in addition to that, small things they can add means PG programs or maybe research programs also. But they should be responsible for the undergraduate teaching. So the accreditation system will develop and use appropriately different and relevant norms for the three categories of higher education institutions. So what I have been shared you, NAC is there, National Accreditation Council. That council will take care of the process of the accreditation with respect to the category of the institution. What are the three different categories are here? One is research university, teaching university, autonomous degree. So these are the three nomenclatures you can see in the next generation. By 2040, all higher education institutions shall become multidisciplinary institutions. This is the target of the government. By 2040, all the higher education institutions shall become multidisciplinary institutions. Now time start. Now time start for the universities or maybe colleges or maybe private universities. What time? All universities may identify their domain strength and to decide eval into research universities or teaching universities. Now time has been started. Do I need to select research university status or teaching university status by applying the SWOT analysis of my university? The SWOT analysis is what? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. By that information, I have to be decide, am I eligible? Am I eligible? Am I fit for the RU or a teaching university? This is the very most important point for all the universities, either state university or private university or central university or national university, whatever the nomenclature is there. Even JNT also has to go for the decision whether they want to go for the RU or they want to go for the teaching universities. As per the government decision, the government focusing on what about gross enrollment ratio to increase from 26.3 percentage to the 50% gross enrollment by 2035. So this is the target for the government. That means as assigned to the Ministry of Education. All types of institutions will have the option to run open distance learning and online programs provided they are specifically accredited to do so, lifelong learning. You see that in this approval process, AICT has initiated the process. What process they initiated? Open online distance learning system. You see that maybe in the next academic year, we can see some of the courses they may run through the open distance online learning mode also. So why they are encouraging means lifelong learning purpose. Where they are working from there, they can do their degree. So that is one added advantage to the learner. So that is what. But there are certain conditions are there if they want to wish to open distance online degrees. They must accredited. That condition is there. Some significance is required for their institution or a department. Single stream higher education institutions will move towards becoming vibrant multidisciplinary institutions and higher education institution clusters. What we have right now, we all, I think, maybe very familiar about single stream higher education institutions, but they want to become a vibrant multidisciplinary institutions by 2030. Okay, by 2025, the maximum number of colleges that can be affiliated by a university shall not exceed 300. I think now you are very familiar about affiliated system. So one university may be having more than 300 colleges also. But how they can monitor, how they can evaluate, how they can sustain, how they can teach in their own organization. So these are the difficulties are there. So by considering all those difficulties, the government has been decided by 2025, the number of affiliated colleges should not exceed 300 only. Should not exceed 300. The university, multidisciplinary institution of higher education learning that offers undergraduate, graduate, and PhD programs and engages in high quality teaching and research. I think we all have a doubt in our mind. What kind of doubt? So whether the university name is a deemed university or affiliating university or affiliating technical university or a unitary university or private university or any other nomenclature might be, I think, familiar, we all. But those nomenclatures they are removing and they are converting into as a single nomenclature that is called university. You could not find in the next generation, like a deemed university, private university, state university. Such a nomenclature you cannot find. You can find only one nomenclature. That is what? University. So by that, easy to identify whether the university is a genuine university or not. One of the advantage for the learner. And institutional restructuring and consolidation. Let us see here is model public universities will be set up for holistic and multidisciplinary education at par with IITs, IIMs, called. You see, from the next academic year, or maybe from the next within 2-3 years, you can see this nomenclature. All the IITs and IIMs are nomenclature are going to change. What nomenclature will be going to see in the future means MERUs. MERUs means multidisciplinary education and research universities. Multidisciplinary education and research universities. MERUs will aim to attain the highest global standards in a quality education. Highest global standards in quality education. So this is what nomenclature will be going to find in a future. Let us see here is research intensive university. They will try for the entry into the MERU. MERU is the highest, what I have told you, MERUs will aim to attain the highest global standards in quality education. What I have been shared you, there are 3 different categories of institutions will be going to introduce by next academic year. That is what? Research university. Second one is teacher university. Third one is autonomous degree college. You see that? So that is what, when I entered as a research intensive university, then I should try for enter into the MERU level. MERU level. That means highest standard for the quality of education. So this is what. Next, suppose if I started with the teaching intensive level, first I should start teaching intensive university, then I must enter into the research intensive university, then only I should get a chance to enter into the MERU level. So MERU is the highest, no doubt. Suppose if my institution started with autonomous degree granting colleges, I should move first to teaching intensive university, then I have to move to the research intensive university, then MERU. So this is what the scenario will be going to see in the coming years. So role of teacher in the upward progression of the institutions. What is the role in the upward progression of the institutions? To become holistic and multidisciplinary institution, faculty and institutional autonomy. Faculty also going to get autonomy, so they can offer their own courses as per their list of the courses, that as per the student interest, the student can choose the course, appropriate course as per availability of the courses. So both can get the autonomy. To increase the gross enrollment ratio, this is what I have shared in the previous slide. The government of India focusing on to increase the gross enrollment ratio 50% by the year of 2035. To work for the good grade of accreditation. As a faculty, I should work for the good grade of accreditation, either NAC or NBA or EBET or etc. is a National Accreditation Council. High quality teaching and research. I should work for the quality teaching and also quality research. That is what is said, that by publishing work in a reputed journals or highly impact factor journals. To attain the highest global standards, you see that I have to go through what are the global standards are there. I should attain, I should learn, I should acquire. Then I can easy to sustain in this global scenario. Move autonomous degree colleges to MERU. So we should work for moving from one step to the another step. What I have shown you. If I'm working in this organization, I should work for the teaching intensive university to move. If I'm working here, I should try for research. So as a faculty, we are all responsible for moving from one stage to another stage. And also internationalization, standardization. Internationalization, standardization also important. Here I'm suggesting certain structures and duration for non-professional degree programs. So what we have, we are very familiar about a non-professional degree program. 3-year degree is there and 2 years degree is also there. But as for the NEP, by considering several factors, I'm suggesting structure and duration for the non-professional degree programs. Okay, so existing system, you know that, I think existing system is what you see that degree and PG. So degree is a 3 years and PG is a 2 years. So this is what existing system. But as for the NEP system, you see that as for NEP system, 3 by 2, 3 by 2, 3 by 2, this can be allowed. And another option also there, 4 by 1, 4 by 1, 4 by 1, 4 by 1, 4 by 1. So that you can choose either these or this option. So that is what you see that. And one more advantage is there in the NGP system, multiple entry or exit options is there. But when you exit after a certain period of time, we must issue the appropriate certification will be considered within this period. So this is what we want to do. I'll explain very clearly about multiple entry, multiple exit in the coming slide. Non-professional bachelor degree programs, you see that 4-year multidisciplinary bachelor degree program may also lead to degree with research if the student completes a rigorous research project in their major research of study as specified by the higher education institution. When he worked for the research, then we could be considered 4-year degree. If he could work only for the application up to the application level, then that could be 3 years degree. Master's programs, integrated 5 years bachelor's or master program, 4-year bachelor's degree or master degree are eligible to undertake PhD program. You see that 4-year degree holder or a master degree holder will get eligibility to undertake PhD program. And next academic year onwards, MPhil program discontinued as per the new education policy. We cannot find this word in the future. MPhil program discontinued. Let us say non-professional course bachelor degree. Suppose you see that there may be the degree may be 4-year or 3 years, whatever it is. You see that once that the student enter into the entry, you see that entry. Once if we enter into the first year, after first year completion, you see that he may exit. He may exit. He entered in the first year. After first year, he may exit. He may exit. You see that once he will exit, then what he should get? A certificate. A certificate. Why should I go and learn somewhere for a small skill set? You see that once he exit, he'll get the certification. And again, if he wish to re-enter, he can re-enter into the next year. He can re-enter into the next year. Once if he re-enter, suppose the student want to wish to exit after second year, then he will get the what kind of degree? That is what diploma degree. Suppose if he wish to exit after third year, he will get the 3 years bachelor degree. If he wish to exit after 4 years, he will get the multidisciplinary bachelor degree only. So 4 years degree. So this is what you see that. So he can exit or he can enter at any time after first year. So this is the flexibility is there. New education policy. In the traditional education system, once if I exit, I should not get even certificate also. I should get only dropout certificate. So that is what one of the disadvantage in the traditional education system, in the present education system. So that is what incorporated in the new education policy, which is incorporated means that is what multiple entry and multiple exit. This could be applicable for the non-professional courses and also professional courses. Let us see non-professional courses, master's program. Even in the master's program also, there is a multiple exit and multiple option entry option is there. You see that? So this is what, okay. Next one, professional education. Technical education includes degree and diploma programs in engineering, technology, management, architecture, town planning, pharmacy, hotel management, catering technology. Technical education will also aim to be offered within multidisciplinary education institutions. So technical education they can offer in the multidisciplinary educations. And also they want to collaborate with industry and higher education institutions to drive innovation and research in these fields. You see that. The professional bachelor's and master degree programs can be designed similar to 3-year bachelor degree and 2-year master degree programs as stated in the NGP 2020. I have shown you here is what you see that this is the system for the non-professional degrees. The similar kind of system you can introduce for your professional degrees. So if you are working in the non-professional, you follow this. If you are working in the professional colleges, you need to adapt this kind of methodology for your programs. So that is what is stated in the NGP 2020. Professional courses. The duration of the undergraduate degree will be of 4 or 5 years. Maybe you can see in the next time, 4 years degree or 5 years degree also. That is, it depends on the university decision only. Multiple entry, multiple exit options also there for all the degree programs. Appropriate certification will be considered within this period. Suppose the student wish to exit after first year, he will get the appropriate certification. If the student wish to exit after second year, he wish to get the certain certification that is called diploma or advanced diploma or degree or nomenclatures. That is what defined by the university. Okay. 5-year multidisciplinary bachelor degree program can also lead to a degree with advanced internship and research. So this is the additional tag will be added for the 5-year degree, which is additional tag advanced internship and research. The master programs also see that higher educational institutions will have flexibility to offer different designs of master programs. Different designs of master programs. You see that 2 years master program, those students who have completed the 4-year master program, who have been completed 4-year degree, they can choose the 2 years master degree program. Who have been completed 5 years the bachelor degree, they have to choose the 1-year master degree program. So that option is there in the future. 1-year master's program, those students who have completed the 5-year multidisciplinary bachelor's program. So with respect to the lower level degree, they can choose either 2 years or 1 year. If they complete the 5-year degree, they can go for the 1-year master degree program. If they completed 4-year degree program, they can choose the 2 years degree program. And also one advantage is there, that is what multiple entry, multiple exit. After first year, I might not be comfortable, then I can exit, I can re-enter. And also they are going to enter to the flexible credit system. The student can move from one institution to another institution with carrying their credits of previous years. That option also going to introduce. Few examples of professional degree courses. Few examples of professional degree course. These are the examples are not authorized, please, NEP 2020. By going through the material, by going through the several video lectures are finalized. This is the structure may be possible in a future. This is not authoritative information. This I am sharing with my knowledge by going through, by referring several articles. I concluded this is what structure. So still not decided anyone the structure of the professional degree. Okay, few examples of professional degree courses. You see that already existing 4-year degree, 2 years master degree, 4-year degree, 2 years master degree, 4-year degree, 2 years, all courses professional degrees. But as per the NEP 2020 suggested, you see that, so this is what duration they can offer these type of courses or these type of courses also 5x1 or 4x1. You see that integrated program. This is called integrated way. So 5x1 or 4x1, 5x1, 4x1, or maybe 4x, etc. You see that. In this case, first year PG program can be completed during 3rd and 4th year UG program, thus saving 1 year of PG duration. So if they can clear the PG program, they can go for the next. The process is the same what we discussed for the professional degree. So the student can once enter, and once if he exit after first year, he'll get the certificate. After second year, he'll get the diploma. After 3rd year, advanced diploma. And again, he can come back and rejoin also, okay, with the advanced diploma. But he can get joined in the 3rd year only. So once if he clear that degree after 4 years after coming back, and he will get the master's degree. So this is the process, I think, very added advantage to the learner. Professional courses master's program, the process is same. I have been explained to you already. Orientation of course, engineering branches, flexible curriculum, and a creative combinations of disciplines. Why means multidisciplinary system, flexible curriculum, and a creative combinations of disciplines. Flexible curriculum means the student choose their own interesting course. The first year courses shall be common to all engineering programs. The first year courses shall be common to, not compulsory. This is what you say that. If you are able to balance it, you can go for that. Second year subjects or courses shall be corresponding to the respective program. Because of that, we are going to issue the diploma certification. When we are issuing the diploma certification after second year, then they must focus on the respective program courses only. After first year, we are issuing the certification so that I think you must encourage the students toward the skill-oriented courses. Once they clear first year, if they wish to exit from the first year, they will get the certification. By that certification, they could able to survive in this society. How they can survive if we can introduce carpentry skill set or computer skill set or hardware skill set or maybe electronic skill set or maybe power electrical skill set. Such a courses we want to introduce in the first year. So by learning those courses, if they wish to exit after first year, by that knowledge they can survive in the society. They will not be depend on others. And third and fourth year means 5 to 8 semesters. Subjects can be combination of the respective program in addition to specialized courses and encourage student choice to few courses. You see that what we need to do, we must encourage the students from third year onwards student choice system, and also we must be provide the curriculum. What about that combination of the respective program in addition to the specialized courses, specialized in a minor degree and major degree, such a kind of curriculum we want to introduce. You see, in the next generation, you can see this is the kind of nomenclature for the BTech also. Computer science and engineering branch, suppose degree in computer science and engineering. This is, I think, we are very familiar. Maybe next added computer science and engineering, within parentheses, you see that artificial intelligence, within parentheses data science, within parentheses cybersecurity, so that whoever wish to apply for the AICT, better to use this kind of nomenclature. So next, once the student will exit from our college, they could not get any trouble because of sometimes they may be going for the trying to finding the equivalency of the degree. So that is the problem for the learners. So that what we need to do, we must suggest to our management or our major stakeholders, please sir, we have to go for this kind of nomenclature. Then the student will not get any trouble. Okay. Next, you see that in the future, the certificate also, how it will be going to, I think, generate, you see that. So this is what certificate, you see that. The bachelor, you see that, the Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, within bracket, they may use the data science. This kind of pattern you may see in the future on the certificate for the degree. But for the PG, what is the differentiation degree and PG? See that for the PG, this kind of pattern you may going to see that Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering. What about, you see the next tag, you see that here, specialization in network security. So this kind of pattern you may be going to see for the master degree, and this kind of pattern you may be going to see for the bachelor degree. So like this, they may going to print the certificates for bachelor degree and master degree. So this is what you see the structure. This is only my assumption structure. This is not authorized or authenticated information. Just I'm giving assumption information because of still no one has been framed any certification or not entered into the NEP. Now people are studying and trying to move or trying to enter into the NEP from the academic year 2021. All higher education institutions except legal and medical colleges to be governed by a single regulator. You see that this is what we discussed. And common entrance exams to be held for admission to universities and higher education institutions. We can see the, I think, common entrance. So when we want to take admission, you see that for the PhD program, I should write 100 exams for the 100 universities. Isn't that? So that is what we are losing a lot of maybe effort and cost, everything also. So that can be minimize it by conducting common entrance examination for all the institutions. And also the government is going to introduce one kind of environment, that is what National Repository of Education Data. National Repository of Education Data that will maintain all records related to institutions, teachers, and students in a digital form. You see, now we are all having certain problems. What problems means? So if I want to take admission in so-and-so institution, I used to get a doubt whether that institution is having approval or not. So such information, where can I find? So that information I could easy to find in the National Repository of Educational Data. So in the tomorrow, I think easy to identify, easy to classify whether the university or institution is original or not, or fake or not. The role of faculty in restructuring UG PG programs. What is the role of faculty restructuring of PG or UG program? Structure and duration of UG PG degree program with multiple entry and exit options. This is a very challenging task. This is what we have to be implement in our system. When we want to implement this, who is playing the key role? Faculty only. The faculty has to analyze, has to evaluate, and finally it has to be conclude. So what kind of structure we want to introduce? 4-year UG program, 4-year UG HANA degree program, 5-year multidisciplinary UG degree program, 2-year PG program, 6-year integrated UG PG program, 5-year integrated UG PG programs. Next one is establishment of academic bank of credits with recognized institutions. So every institution has to establish academic bank of credits. That is what very much important. When the student want to re-enter, when the student want to move from one institution to another institution, the other institution will go through their academic credit bank database. By that, they can take a decision whether should I give the admission into the second year or not. Identification of cutting edge technologies. So a teacher must learn cutting edge technologies that then they could easy to survive. Role of faculty or a teacher in promoting outstanding research activities. Research project proposals means which is the body is responsible for the research, National Research Foundation, and external fundings for that. Designing a structure for promoting high quality research programs. We have to be define a structure that could be more helpful for the quality only. The promoting research interaction with the higher learning institutions. Who is responsible for the collaboration with higher learning institutions? Only faculty only. Then encouraging publications in high impact journals. We must encourage our students to publish in high impact journals, apply for the research awards, and try to get the recognitions. Identifying members for national mission for mentoring in research programs. We sometimes see that MSME system also already there. They're trying to finding the mentors for the guiding to the researchers or the research institutions. Identification of cutting edge technologies, research in disruptive technologies, patents, and intellectual property rights. So this is what promoting outstanding research activities in our institution. In internationalization. So in the process of the internationalization, we want to introduce the mobility system, international mobility system. What is meant by international mobility system? Students studying in India and a greater mobility to students in India visit, study at, transfer credits to, or carry out research at institutions abroad and vice versa. So that we want to concentrate on the international mobility system. The student want to wish to study in India or abroad. We must provide such a flexible system in our curriculum. The next point is research or a teaching collaborations and faculty student exchange with high quality foreign institutions will be facilitated. To set up campuses in other countries, our Indian government is encouraging. We can set up campuses in outside India also. Similarly, selected universities, example, top 100 universities in the world will be facilitated to operate in India. As for the new education policy, the government of India is allowing top 100 universities to come and to establish institution at our country. So that encouragement is there. I think in the next 5 to 10 years, you can see foreign universities in our country. The role of teachers in the new paradigm, online education, digital education. So that what we need to do, we want to learn how to introduce the online system. That means we want to create a lectures, and those lectures we want to upload in a certain domain. By that domain, the student should able to access, should able to listen the classes. Such an environment we want to create as a teacher. This is a major challenge to the every teacher. A dedicated unit will be created in the Ministry of Education for the purpose of digitalization. The government of India has taken decision that was the decision has been instructed to the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education is going to create a specific unit that is only for the maintenance and monitoring of the e-content. E-content. That content will be helping for the who are interesting for the online open degree programs. So to promote offline, hybrid and online education. What is meant by offline? So that means which we have the presently system, that is what offline. All the students have to come yeah, classroom and they have to be sit in the class and they have to be follow the lecture, that is offline. Hybrid means, so in the present scenario you see that in USA they may be following the hybrid structure, means half of the students they can sit in the class, the remaining students they can listen the class in from their home. Even NITs, IITs also following the same structure in the present situation. Online education means all the students can sit at their home and they can listen the classes, okay, and they can write the exam also from their home. So that education is called online education. In the coming generation, we can see three different kind of modes. What are the three different kinds of modes means? One is offline education, hybrid education, online education. Indian knowledge systems, languages, culture, values. So we must encourage our language, our culture, our values in the classroom or wherever possibility. The teachers truly shape the future of our children and therefore the future of our nation. So we are shaping out of the student. So then they will be future of our nation. So that we must take care about our children. Effective governance and leadership for higher education. So this is what I have been shared you already. Next, coming to the point of school education, I'll give briefly only 2 slides information. We must understand the school education policy. It will be going to implement from the next academic year because of we all may be having kids, so that we must first learn the process of the school education policy 2020. You see, existing academic structure, 10 years day, 10 years plus 2 years, 10 plus 2. Existing academic structure is 10 plus 2. So this is what play school, that the color which have been differentiated with the black. So this is what. And now you see that as per the new education policy, this is what the academic structure is. See that first 3 years are what about you see that foundation stage, multi-level play or activity-based learning. First 5 years. 5 years means 3 plus 2, you see that. Next is 3 years are what preparatory stage, play discovery and activity-based and interactive classroom learning. So they should concentrate on this. The next 3 years, you see that experiential learning in the sciences, mathematics, arts, social sciences, and humanities, you see that. The next 4 years, secondary stage, multidisciplinary study, greater critical thinking, flexibility, and student choice of subjects. So this is what the system going to introduce from the next academic year. What is that system? 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 system. The 5 years course is called foundation stage. Next 3 years course is called preparatory stage. Next 3 years middle stage. Next 4 years is secondary stage. So secondary stage means class 9 to 12. So the 4 years means class 9 to 12. The 3 years means class 6 to 8. Next is class 3 to 5. Next is 1 to 2. Another one, you see that. I think when I was studying, I was know that the familiarity of that primary school, secondary school, high school, junior college, like that. It looks like a similar structure, but not exactly to the same. That is what you see that. So we must follow this structure from the next academic year. And certain features have been collected from the NGP regarding the school education policy. Board exams to be based on knowledge and application. So when exam they are conducting, they have to focus on the knowledge and application level. Next is home language, mother tongue or regional language to be medium of instruction up to class 5. So this is what made it as a mandatory. Every state has to follow up to class 5. They should introduce mother tongue or regional language only. and school curriculum to be reduced to core concepts, integration of vocational education from class 6. So this is one added advantage for the learner. Suppose student wish to exit after 8th standard, that means the student acquired the vocational education. With the help of the vocational education knowledge, they can easy to sustain in this society. So this is one added advantage. So that vocational education has to be introduced from the class 6 only. Using the power of language for integration and for understanding of the Indian culture and values in the intended objective. So why they made it as a mandatory? The mother tongue has the highest power of integration. In grades 6 to 8, focus is on vocational studies in a school level, which includes carpentry, electric work, metal work, gardening, pottery, making, etc., as decided by states and local communities. If they can add this kind of skill set in the education system, then they can gain certain skill set. By that skill set, they can easy to survive in the society once if they wish to exit after 8th standard. So this is what added advantage to our learner. So please, now I'm moving to the questionnaire session. So please, all of you carefully read the question and you can uh, send the answer through chat box. So that I'll be, okay, check it please. All of you please read the question. What is the first question? You see that the dash will be created as an apex body for fostering a strong research culture and building research capacity across higher education as per NEP 2020, which is the most responsible body for the research activity in these four: National Commission Foundation or Higher Commission on Education or National Research Foundation or none of the above. So what we discussed in the previous slide, the right answer is National Research Foundation. This is very, the next question is, uh, NEP 2020 aims to increase the gross enrollment ratio in higher education from 26.3 to 50% by which year? The target year is what? The target year is what? 2035. The target year is 2035. The next question is, with regarding multiple entry and exit option in UG stream, which of the following pairs is not matched correctly? Is not matched correctly for the non-professional degree. For the non-professional degree. So this is what the not matched for non-professional degree. For the professional degree, 5 years bachelor degree also there. But for non-professional course means this is what not matching. The remaining are applicable. If the question is for a professional degree, then no answer here. Okay. So this is what. As per NEP 2020, teaching up to at least what grade to be in mother tongue or regional language. As per NEP 2020, teaching up to at least what grade to be in mother tongue or regional language. So up to what? Which grade, please? All of you, grade 3, grade 5, grade 8, grade 10. So up to which grade? Mandatory. Okay. So please think. I maybe as per my observation, grade 5 only. So answer is B. The next question is, in NEP 2020, the current 10+2 system to be replaced by a new curricular structure. What is the new curricular structure in the school education? 3 plus, 4 plus, 4 plus 5, or 5 plus, 3 plus, 3 plus 4, or 4 plus, 3 plus, 3 plus 5, 5 plus, 4 plus, 3 plus 4. So as per NGP, so answer is say that B, 5 plus, 3 plus, 3 plus 4 system. Okay, I think you know that. Preparatory, foundation, and middle, secondary. So there are 4 sections are there. Okay, B answer. The next answer, next question is, this is what already we are familiar. The affiliation of colleges is to be phased out in how many years? 10 years or 12 years or 15 years or 20 years. Affiliation of colleges is to be phased out in how many years? So that means 15 years. This is what. The next question is, according to NEP 2020, textbook will be published only in English at national level to bring unified system in India. You see that whether it is a true or false or partially true or false or partially true or partially false. See that answer is, what about this is? According to NEP 2020, textbook will be published only in English at national level to bring unified system in India. Answer is false. So you can publish in English or in a regional language. In this aspect, the AICTE is also encouraging the faculty if they wish to publish the book in a Telugu or Tamil or Kannada. So for that, if you are very much interesting, you can submit a proposal to the AICTE, and AICTE is funding for that project. Recently, the Government of India has introduced the ambitious NEP 2020 concluding session, please, which has widened the scope, providing autonomy to institutions to bring inequality. So this is what, my dear professors, friends, here we have a wonderful or a great opportunity to contribute the successful implementation of the NEP. We are very lucky people because of we are going to introduce the NEP system from the next academic year, means 2021 onwards. So that is what great opportunity. Utilize that opportunity. You try to. Thank you for your patience.